Thank you for joining us. I'm Mary Yanez, Director of the Senior Adult Program, and this is Mature Living. We have a very interesting show for you today. I know you'll enjoy it. We're going to start talking about a conference coming up, the Crimes Against the Elderly Conference. We're also going to talk today about the Chopin Festival, so we have a lot of good information for you to be active in this community and engaged. Thank you. We've invited Grace Ortiz. She's with Adult Protective Services, and she's going to talk to us about this great conference that's coming up.
Thank you for inviting me, Miss Mary. We're truly excited. Adult Protective Services is having their 10th annual Crimes Against the Elderly Conference.
Already?
10 years already.
10 years, my gosh.
And it's going to be on September 26th. It's a Tuesday. It's going to be at Region 19. And it's at 11670 Chito Samaniego. That's Region 19.
You've had it there in that location quite a few years. That worked out very nicely.
You know what? We have enough room to accommodate the number of people that do come to our conference.
Like over 600?
Over 600. So we're really excited. The times is going to be from 8:30 to 4:30. During that time, we're going to have various types of topics that we're going to be touching on. But one of the things that I really want to stress is it's for everyone.
Yes.
Professionals. We have people in the community. If you're a caregiver, if you have parents, if you work with seniors, if you're a caregiver, anything like that, we're asking everybody to come on out, be a part of this conference. We're going to have great topics this year. One of the things that we're going to be focusing on is elderly and mental health, and it's going to be a panel discussion with our judges. One other thing is suicide among the elderly. A lot of people don't talk about it. It's a topic that it's hush hush, let's not discuss it because it's a sad topic. But you know what? Knowledge is power. And
Yes.
I think that we need to get involved. We need to know that sometimes when we get depressed, we have those thoughts and we need to get those seniors the help that they need.
Yes. Grace, how can people register, and is it free?
You know, the great thing about our conference is we don't charge, but we do ask individuals to bring a toiletry item, and that will be their entry fee to our conference. We do have a silver room, and that room has many, many donations. What it is it has toiletries, toothpaste, toothbrushes, body cream, shampoo, hair conditioner, toilet paper, paper towels, diapers, chucks, anything that our seniors may need. And so what we do is when we have a senior that has a case with us, we run into this a lot. Sometimes they just can't afford those things.
Yes.
We can go to this room and we can provide those items to that individual. You'd be amazed. This one conference fills up that room for our whole year.
Oh, that's
So we ask
wonderful.
everybody, you know what, make a difference, bring a toiletry item, and that is your fee to be part of the conference.
And how do people register?
So we've changed things up. Technology, you know how that is.
Yes.
We have a website called Eventbrite, EVENTBRITE.com. Go in there, register, and then you'll get a ticket. On the day of the conference, bring that ticket to ensure that you are registered.
So you must have an email so that they can email you your ticket as a confirmation.
Correct.
And that ticket you need for what?
The day that you walk in, so you won't have to wait in the long line, we'll take your ticket, get you registered because it'll have your name, give you your bag, and you can go straight into the conference.
And do you get a little bracelet or something?
We have breakfast for you. We're going to have snacks. We're going to have Chick-fil-A for lunch, and we're going to have an afternoon snack, and we have lots of door prizes. So it's a day of learning. It's a day to have fun. It's a day to get away from work, get away from your daily routine, learn something for a senior, how to better care for our seniors, how to protect our seniors, and that bracelet will allow you to get your free lunch.
And so seniors are invited, caregivers are invited, professionals in aging are invited to come and learn.
We
from
will,
these
yes, and
workshops.
also we'll be providing CEUs to our social workers, our professionals.
Excellent.
We ask law enforcement in the city, environmental services, all those who work with seniors.
Yes.
Come on out, be part of it, have some fun, get some information on what we're going to be doing that
And
day.
one of the exciting things about this conference is the many, many exhibitors and vendors that you have providing information about services. And maybe, and in front are all your major sponsors.
So our major sponsors right now are United Healthcare, we have Tender Care Home Health, we have Nix Medical, and we also have Envision. But we have, in addition to those big sponsors, we have about 40 to 50 smaller sponsors who are going to be there. All of them have information on seniors, their care, services that they provide. And it's so important to, again, find out what's out there, how we can better improve the lives of the senior and persons with disabilities, and making a difference in our community.
And you know, one of the things that I like about your board, our board, APS Silver Star Board, is that you have a raffle, and so you continue to raise funds for the needs of the elderly.
Our board, our APS Silver Star Board, is actually the true sponsor to this conference, and they're the ones that are heading and being the main part of this conference.
And you all have been recognized.
Through the state, actually, our APS Silver Star Board is known as one of the top boards across the state of Texas for the Department of Family Protective Services, Adult Protective Services. So I'm truly proud of them because they do so much for our community. They will be having a raffle that day. We'll be having a small laptop computer, and there are some other little raffles in addition to that. They'll be out there selling tickets. But it's about raising a little bit of money for this board so that they can help, again, the seniors that need the most help.
Let's give the date again, the time and the place, because it's so important that they must register in advance so they won't have to stand in line.
Okay, so we're looking at September 26th, and it's at 11670 Chito Samaniego, and it's that Region 19 Head Start Education Center, and it's going to be in the conference center. We ask everybody to get there super early. We will have shuttle services provided by Amistad, which is a big partner of ours. So if you don't make parking there at the facility, you can park at Tinseltown, and there'll be a shuttle to bring you in.
Oh, that's great.
Again, if you want to register, you can register at Eventbrite, eventbrite.com, and you will put your information in.
You must have an email.
You must have an email. And if you can't register, you can call me at 834-5772. And what I can do is I can register through me, and then I will mail you your ticket.
Very good. And we're also offering that service through our senior adult program. If they call 831-7801, we can register them for the APS, Adult Protective Services Crimes Against the Elderly Conference.
Yes.
And we'll use our email, and then we'll mail them their ticket. We're trying to help out in that way.
Absolutely. So again, we're inviting everyone to come out. It's our 10-year anniversary. We're looking for bigger and better every year. Yes. I'm looking forward to just being there, making a difference, seeing our community come together, and wanting to learn and helping our seniors.
Super. Thank you so much for being here and doing so much work for this community. I know we also need to stress that we need to report. Can you just kind of stress that aspect of APS?
With Adult Protective Services, we investigate cases of abuse, neglect, and exploitation. And we need individuals to protect our seniors, the elderly, and persons with disabilities. If at any time we suspect someone's being abused, neglected, or exploited, please report to 1-800-252-5400. Save a senior's life by reporting.
Thank you so much. Great information, and we've been talking with Grace Ortiz with the Adult Protective Services about the Crimes Against the Elderly conference coming up on September 26th. You be sure to register, and we'll be back. As promised, we wanted to invite you to a wonderful concert series, the El Paso Chopin Festival. It's a piano concert, it's a piano festival, and so here with us to talk to us and to invite us and give us all the scoop is Joyce Whiteside and Anita Sheng. Thank you for being with us. And
thank you.
I know you're substituting for Lucy Scarborough. She's always wonderful to come to our show, but I'm sure you'll do a great job.
Oh, yes.
Tell us a little bit.
I've learned a lot from Lucy over the years.
Yes. Yeah, we've known Lucy through the college for many years. Tell us, she's the founder.
Years. Lucy Scarborough is the founder and artistic director. This is our 23rd season. Can you imagine?
Amazing.
In 1995 was the first concert. And it is sponsored by El Paso Community College, Salute to the Arts program, and the El Paso Chopin Piano Music Festival Society. Wow. However, donations are always welcome.
Yes.
But concerts are free, always free to the public. No one ever feels pressured when they go to a concert to feel like they have to pull out money.
Yes.
The donation is totally spontaneous.
That's so wonderful.
Oh, it is.
What else can you share about Lucy?
Lucy is one of these amazing people because she's not only a concert pianist, she's an educator, she's a wonderful community person, obviously, and she also is a composer. Well, she's working on this Billy the Kid opera right now. She's going to play her own music this year.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
wonderful.
Come
In
to
her
that last concert for sure, so you can hear the beautiful new music she has, and music that we've come to love that she has composed. So she has a vision with her husband many years ago. Let's have this Chopin Music Festival and have it so that everyone in El Paso who wants to hear these beautiful international artists will not be held back because of money.
Yes, and does she choose the artists?
Yes, she
each
does.
year?
She chooses the artist. She's very familiar with the artist. You know, she's been 3 times in the National Chopin competition as a judge in the 2015, 10, and 2005. So she's very familiar with all the up-and-coming artists in the world, really.
And so the concerts are in September, October, and 2 in October.
That's
Tell me
right.
about who's going to perform, and then I want to get.
Okay, she's going to say a lot in detail about the artist, but just in brief, Ning An is going to be here on September 23rd, and then Mei Ting Sun is going to be here on October 7th, and then of course our Lucy Scarborough will be performing on Saturday, October 21st.
And where are the concerts and what time?
800 on South San Marcial at the Chamizal National Memorial Theater.
Very good.
Yeah, we're still there. It's
And
a
all the
beautiful
concerts
theater.
start at the same time at
7 o'clock. But do come, and I would recommend by 6:30.
Yes, to get in.
The doors are open to come into the lobby, and we have a beautiful string quartet that is playing while people are waiting for the theater doors to open. So it's not boring wait at all. It's very beautiful.
I love coming to
Yeah.
these concerts.
We do recommend that children that's younger than 6 don't come,
Yeah,
because
because
it's very difficult for them.
Yeah, it's a very concentrated.
Oh, the artist
you
has
know,
to
yeah.
concentrate so
Tell
greatly.
me a little bit about the artists and where do these artists come from?
You know, we have 2 Asian American artists, okay. Ling An, the first concert player, he actually, I think he was born in the United States, but then I think the nationality is from China or Taiwan. Okay.
Yes.
The second one, Mei Ting, actually is from Shanghai, China, and then my husband actually is from the same native place. That's why we can communicate with the Shanghai dialect.
Oh,
Yes.
that's wonderful.
Yeah, I want to let people know that, you know, being a musician in an Asian family is not easy. I have my own daughter playing the violin for many years, and then she majored in violin. But then when she get to the point that she has to choose music as her career, and then we said, wait, okay. I want you to be like in the medical field, or as a lawyer, or as an engineer, like your daddy. But then a lot of Asian parents would not encourage their kids, you know, to continue with the music career. But then for these 2 acclaimed, you know, critical acclaimed musicians, they have the talents, they have the gene to play well in the national stage, and they have won a lot of awards.
Awards,
Oh,
yes.
right.
Yes.
Tremendous.
And
Award-winning pianists.
Yes, so it's difficult, but then they went through all the hurdles. And then I just want to tell all the audience that it's not easy for them to be on the stage at this time because of the perspective of the Chinese or the Asian, you know, parents. And then they are really, really, you know, I would say one of the best interpreters of Chopin music.
Oh, gosh.
Both of them, you know, actually
yeah.
won first place in the National Chopin Festival.
Wow.
Yes.
It's amazing. What
Oh,
a
yes.
privilege and we have, or
Oh,
what an
yes.
honor to have, you know, these wonderful professionals come.
Mei Ting was only 5 years old when he did his first concert.
Oh my goodness.
Can you imagine?
Oh, that's amazing.
And then they won awards internationally, and not just in the United
Oh, no.
States.
They-
We're talking about the Queen Elizabeth piano, you know,
That's right.
competition.
That's
We're
right.
talking about, you know, in Belgium, in Poland, Moscow. You know,
Yeah.
all those, you know, great music cities. You know,
China, too.
This
yeah,
is something
China.
we can't miss.
Oh, no.
Every
right,
year we
yes.
can't miss
Oh, no,
this
it's a
wonderful,
wonderful
El Paso
opportunity.
Chopin Festival.
Wonderful
And do
opportunity.
they like coming to El Paso? I mean, tell me about what they say. Of course, you have a little more experience, you know.
They love to come back. Or the audience demand, you know, Lucy to bring them back again and again. And then actually Ling An have been here for the 5th time. And then Mei Ting this year will be the 3rd time. Yeah. And then you know what, this musician, you know, they are very like human. When we
Yes,
have a
very
chance to host them, I think last time when I ate with mating, and then he talked about every other things, not just music.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So
he-
personable
Yeah,
and
very personable,
Yeah, he
down to
told me
earth.
like
Yeah.
because I have to fly to other countries to play, so I can tell you which credit card you can use to get the most, flying points. And then he would tell me about how I pursue my girlfriends and all that. And then it make me feel we're so close. And then his music is so warm, and he's telling the story. He's communicating the composer's music to the audience through his very natural way.
And I'm glad our audiences
Oh,
are
they're
good
wonderful.
audiences.
They say our audience is the best audience. They
Really,
have.
that they
love the audience.
encounter
they
in
meet
all
with
their
them.
tr-
They sign autographs. They talk with them. Have photos taken.
Are there going to be CDs available?
I
do you
think they
think-
probably
Yeah.
will bring them. Yes, many
Mating
artists
has
do.
just finished a 9-disc set, of Chopin music, and then he also, done the Prokofiev, the Brahms, the Bach, and the Beethoven sonatas. So bring the money, because we need to support the musicians.
That's it.
That's right,
We need to
that's
support
right.
our musicians that are here from so far.
They're
One more
asking-
time.
They ask us to even come. They're asking Lucy to, can we come back to El Paso?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, great. Give us one last time the dates and the place and where they can call if they want more information.
All righty. The dates are for Ning An, Saturday, September 23rd at the Chamizal National Memorial Theater. And Mei Ting Sung will be in the same theater on Saturday, October 7th, and Lucy Scarborough on Saturday, October 21st. All concerts start at 7 o'clock, but it's recommended to come by 6:30 because the seating is open. First come,
First
first serve.
Free seats.
That's
Okay,
right.
and the number that they can call, and I have it right here, is area code 915
That's right.
584
Yes.
1595.
That's right.
You be sure and call, and we'll see you there at the concert.
And also the website. You can go into El Paso with a little hyphen, Chopin.com.
Very good. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
being here.
Mary.
I really appreciate your time.
Oh, you're most welcome. Thank
and
you for
I
having
hope
us.
you all make it to the Chopin Festival this year. We'll be back. Well, thank you for staying with us. We want to continue our conversation here on mature living. And we've invited Bob Warwick, who is not a stranger to mature living. As a matter of fact, he has hosted some of the roundtable discussion sessions, and he's always very interesting to talk to. He always has great information for all of us. And of course, he has his elder law practice. He's an attorney. He also has Magda, who is your partner. And so tell me, what is it you do?
All right, let me tell you, let me just give you a brief overview of this. We do probate law, guardianship law, mental health law, elder law, and real estate. And that's really, the parameters of our practice. If you come in, you need a divorce, or you need a criminal lawyer or something, we'll refer you out to somebody.
Okay.
Because we feel that it's hard enough staying up to date in the areas of law you practice. It's really difficult to do it across the board. And then, like you said, Magda Soto is my partner, and she's wonderful, and both of us enjoy doing what we're doing.
Yes.
And you and I were going to talk today, because like you said, I come whenever you're willing to have me on here. I mean, I like this couch.
Yeah, you do.
I
Yeah.
do.
And we like having you over here because I know you educate us every time.
Well, thank you.
And I was just going to ask, you've just mentioned a lot of things that you take care of. What are the most common things that people pop up when they come see you?
Okay. So one of the reasons we like these areas of law is they fit together.
Yes, they do.
So if you take care of your probate issues, you've probably taken care of your real estate issues. If you've taken care of both of those issues, you probably won't have a problem with guardianships. But let's talk about some of the things some of the problems that occur constantly in the office. So we'll start off with wills. A will has to be probated within 4 years of the date of death. If you don't, it really isn't a will. Now, I'm speaking generally, and there are certain ways to do certain things, but in general, you want to probate that will within 4 years. So a good example of a problem that comes into my office very often is there's a family, the mother has left the house to, let's say, one of the daughters because that daughter has stayed in town, helped her, and the other kids are out of town and maybe have their own homes or whatever, and that daughter doesn't come in and probate the will in 4 years. So now 7 years later she comes in to me and says, Bob, I want to sell the house. They won't let me. Why not? Well, because the house is not hers. Had she probated the will within 4 years, would have been hers, do what she wants. What happens now is that that house basically passes through what we call intestacy, which means there was no will, and the law decides who gets it. So if there are 3 kids,
They might decide.
they all get it. They each one has a third. Sometimes it works out. The other siblings say, yeah, you took care of mom or you took care of dad. You deserve it. We'll deed it to you. But if they don't, there's not much you can do about it.
And you know, in layman terms, what is probate?
Probate is simply the process of getting the property owned by the decedent, the person who passed away, to the people named in the will
Through a court.
through a court.
Okay.
Or, and I want to come back to that in a minute, it's really important. Or, if there is no will, the law tells you who gets it.
Okay.
But what I was going back to, what was really a good point, is a lot of people come in, they write a will, and then they say, so we don't have to probate now. No, no, no. A will that isn't probated within the 4 years, nothing more than that piece of paper.
Not exist. Non-existent.
You're not going to get anywhere
It's just a
with it.
paper.
So the purpose is to write a will that sets out what you want and then get it probated. And we are very lucky in Texas. I mean, let's face it, anytime you go to a lawyer, there's going to be an expense involved. But compared to the rest of the country, we have a very expedited and a relatively inexpensive probate process. And you go to a place like California, and one of the reasons, in California, they mostly write trusts now for this reason, but in California, it can take you 3, 4, 5 years to just get a simple will probated, and the cost is multi thousands of dollars.
It drains.
Whereas here, again, it could be somewhere $1,500, $3,000, but you get it done in 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
Now, this is if there's no argument, and generally there's no argument if you go and you have a well-written will. Another problem that comes up with that all the time, a while ago, back in '93, they changed the law. It's in legal terms, it's like yesterday, but you know, it's a long time ago. In '93, they changed the law, and it says, if a husband or wife dies without a will, but all of their children are the natural children of that marriage, the decedent's property, the dead person's property, goes to the surviving spouse. Well, that cut out a lot of problems because it would go to the surviving spouse. However, what if it's a second marriage, and what if the decedent had children from a prior marriage and children from this marriage, or just children from a prior marriage? That law does not hold. Then the kids get the property and not the surviving spouse. That causes lots of problems. So you always want to have a will and have it say what you want it to say.
Yes. We've got a couple of minutes left, but anything that stands out to you as we think about, when do we need a lawyer? When do we need to go get an opinion, get advice?
Call up a lawyer. It's not expensive anymore.
Yeah.
First of all, like for example, our office. I'm not speaking for all offices, but I think probably most would do this. On a probate issue, we do a free consultation.
That's good.
You know, and we talk to people and we tell them prices, and then they decide what to do. Wills are not prohibitively expensive.
That's good.
real estate transactions are not prohibitively expensive, but it's just amazing how, I'm going to use a good legal term, screwed up you can get if you just don't go and talk
to somebody.
to somebody and have it done properly. Don't try and do it on the internet. Don't try and have a friend do it. It just doesn't make sense. And most lawyers will talk to you.
And in the long run, you lessen the headaches
Oh my
and the
God,
problems
and
that
the
can
cost.
and the cost.
Oh
have
my
to-
goodness, can you imagine?
Mhm.
Even with guardianships, you know, I don't know that we'll have a chance to really get into that today, but you can even name who you would want to be your guardian if that came about, if you needed one.
Yes. And I certainly want to invite you back again to talk about specific topics
Right.
of those kinds of things you deal with in your practice, and an example, guardianships or other
Right?
kinds of documents that we need to think about, how we organize our papers. And
I always want to come back.
I know. As a matter of fact, I want you to do a round table with high school graduates.
I think that would be so much
You
fun.
know,
'cause
because El Paso, when you say, "Oh, you're from El Paso," the first thing they ask you is, "What high school did you
where'd
go
you
to?"
go to high school? Yeah,
I
absolutely.
get that all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm the one asking also, what high school? And that way you know what area they were from. And now you just crisscross and everybody can go to any school. So
Yeah,
you
but
know.
back then it wasn't like that.
No,
You had
we-
Austin,
this-
you had
yeah,
Bowie, you had El Paso, you had Isleta.
Isleta, yeah.
It'll be fun.
I think that would be really good for you. So thank you so much for being with
Well,
here
thank
with us.
you
And,
having me.
and it's not the last time we see you, okay?
I hope not.
And it's not the last time we see you all either. So you stay with us on Mature Living. We'll see you all next week.